August, and Baba's Leelas have been happening in this house, at least visible to us at human level, the Leelas, since 8th of August, which was last Sunday.
Tell us what Leelas are for those that don't know.
Leelas are something that is beyond human being to understand as to why is that they are happening. There's no scientific explanation why things are happening. An example of a Leela is formation of a vibhuti on several of the Baba's pictures in the house, or all over the house, or the flow of Amrut. Amrut is a sweet nectar, is honey-like nectar flowing from Baba's pictures, as sindur, which is red powder which customary Indian ladies apply on their forehead, is appearing. Kumkum, also known as kumkum. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, is appearing on several pictures, Baba's pictures, other pictures of other forms of gurus, other forms of God. It's not necessarily Baba's pictures. People have been bringing pictures in this house and dedicating to Baba, giving it to Baba, and Baba is blessing them. Even though they're not his pictures, as Baba has said, all forms are my forms, all names are my names. So you just continue worshipping the form that you're chosen to worship into, and the rest is be all taken care of. And Baba has demonstrated that here, is that he's been blessing all people from all parts of life.
Cities.
There are Christians, there are Hindus, there are Jews. I mean, all people have come up here. And in Hinduism also, you know, where there are several forms of gods, and they've been bringing their pictures up here to be blessed by Baba. And Baba's been blessing them. They're not necessarily his own pictures of his present form which he is in. So that's incredible. That's what I'm trying to explain, what Leela is. As Baba says, it's very easy for a yogi or a person to just give up the life. I mean, just go away from your worldly matters and go take a resort in Himalayas or up in the forest and do tapasyas, and it's a lot easier to get access to God that way. But that's not that he wants. He wants us all to live our normal life that he has given us, wife and children and responsibilities and the work to work in. He wants us to carry out those responsibilities. If all of us just give up those and go stay in the woods, then how is this universe going to function? So what he says is to demonstrate is just to live up the life, live up to for which he has brought you on this earth. Live with your family, perform your duties, perform your karmas, and then rest the fruits of the karma, just dedicate to him and live it up to it.
About your family.
Okay, in my family, I have a wife, Sunita, and we have 3 children, Reshma, Manoj, and Arti, which are 10, 6, and 5. And we were introduced to Baba 3 years ago in St. Louis, and then since then we moved from St. Louis, and that's when I went to India and met Baba. And then since then we moved to Virginia, where we did not have Baba Center. And we had this, since we did not have Baba Center, we missed it, so we started doing bhajans at home every Thursday within our family members. And that's how our children in my family here have been introduced to Baba and been so close to it. In fact, the 5-year-old is totally dedicated to Baba. I mean, she knows if anything goes wrong, the Baba is going to take care of it. She would just walk out of the house and say, "This Sai Ram, Jai Sai Ram, Jai Bhagwan Jai." You say Sai Ram, and she'll reply Sai Ram, Jai Bhagwan Jai. And each time she'll come in, she'll go out of the house, or she'll go for a long distance, leave the house 3 or 4 days. She says, "The house is not empty. Baba is there. There's nobody can come in this house. Baba's taking care of it." If anything goes wrong, she'll say Sai Ram, Jai Bhagwan Jai, and she knows that'll take care of all her problems. I mean, she's a 5-year-old, but look at the faith of a child.
We always count, we have 6 members in the family.
That is a very good
5 of us, and the 6th is Baba. We never said that we have 5 in the family. We always said we have 6 in the family.
Not even here. She goes in schools, and when children, the teacher asks you, write your family member's name. She'll write father's name Ramesh, Sunita, then she write her sister's name Reshma, Manoj, herself, and Baba.
And Baba.
She knows there's 6 members in the family.
That's very true.
But then since we moved to Connecticut 2 years ago, at least almost a year and a half ago, in December that we moved here in 1980, we kept continuing doing our Thursday bhajan sessions, and then in April we joined the Baba Center. We learned this Norwalk Bar. There's a Founders, New York, there's a Baba Center. That's where we started going on Sunday sessions, and we had some discussions in the family, Sunita and myself, as to, she would say, well, now that we have Baba Center, we used to do on Thursdays. Why should we do now bhajans even on Thursday? Because we're going Sundays to Baba Center. I gave a quote from Baba, as Baba has said in one of his discourses in Sanat Sararthi, it is healthy, and he recommends that each and every family in their houses should do sing bhajans, which are devotional songs, at least once a week. He recommends daily, but at least once a week as a family member you should do that. And it is good for us, singing devotional songs, which kills our ego away. And it's good for children as they're being brought up to thank Lord for everything that's being done for them. So we had discussions, and finally we decided we'll continue doing it on every Thursdays, and we've been doing it in our house. And since then we have had 2 or 3 other families who have been interested and been coming. You can quote on that how you ran into that family.
Which one?
From Ceylon.
Yeah, I met one lady who's from Ceylon, and her father-in-law is a great devotee of Baba. And she just visited my house, and she said, "Oh, you are devotee of Sri Sathya Sai Baba." My father-in-law, he always, goes to him and meet him. And her husband is a doctor. He didn't have enough time. So she said, "That's all right. I'll just bring my children." So ever since she's been coming with 2 of her kids. One is 10-year-old daughter and her 8-year-old son. And every night before going to bed, we go to Sathya Baba's room and say the Aarti, say Asatoma, have a Vibhuti, say our good night prayers to Baba, and the children go to bed. So it's been nice, and we really having peace of mind. And this is my son Manoj.
Manoj.
Say hi.
He's a
Say
6
hi
year,
now.
he's a 6 year.
On my left side, my niece is sitting, Mona, and she just is visiting us. She's from Accra, Ghana. And last week she
Where is
just
Ghana?
Ghana is in West Africa. She just been here with me for last 4 weeks. And last week she just came. I was cooking in the kitchen, and she said, "Auntie, can I tell you something?" And I said, "Sure." She said, "Auntie, I had a dream. I don't know whether I should tell you or not." And I said, "Go ahead, tell me." And I'll tell Mona to describe what was her dream was.
Saira. As I mentioned earlier about the dream I had of me singing this bhajan at the Baba Center at Nawa, and the Bhuti appearing. And I had this dream on the 4th of August. And on the 8th of August, all these miracles started happening in the house, in Sai Nivas.
The important thing is that bhajan, in this link to bhajan, he wrote explanation of that one line of bhajan. What does bhajan means? Like ana hi padega, that's bhajan. And what it means? So
I have sang it. I have sang it on the TV. It's Anahi Parega. It means you're just calling to Baba to come. And he did come to Sai Nivas. And the second dream I had was on the 10th August of this Vibhuti storm. Second dream I had was on the 10th of August. And in this dream I saw no form, no voice, nothing, but it was the wind blowing in the windows, and that the sound of the wind in the windows, and Vibhuti blowing all over the place. It was a sort of a Vibhuti storm. And that afternoon, there literally was a Vibhuti storm in Sai Nivas. And the last dream I had was just yesterday morning, Saturday morning, which is nearly a week since this Leela started. It was early in the morning, about 5 o'clock, and I see Baba wearing white, and he was so glorious. Tell Ramesh, Sai Nivas will be Sai Centre, and I have a few more devotees to bless, so these Leelas will stop from Sunday, after Sunday.
yeah, I have a background in electrical engineering, and I work in software engineering for ITT.
I think Baba has given me a big responsibility taking care of 3 children.
The work doesn't stop.
And work doesn't stop. It goes on and on. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Sai
I'm
Ram.
also a housewife in Accra. Back in Accra, when I was pregnant with Vishal, my last son, who's 2 years old now, when I was 4 months pregnant, I had a bhajan session in my house. And in the prasad, I got a silver statue of the Lord Krishna in the crawling form, in the baby form. And it was a guarantee from Baba that I was going to get a son. And I did get a son. And that Krishna statue, I put it in a thali which has the statue of Shirdi Baba. And since that day till today, there's vibhuti flowing into the thali. I keep emptying the plate. Thali is the plate. I keep emptying it, giving it to people. People come and give it and take it from me. And it just keeps on filling up every time I take out. Constant supply.
We're just completing. This is the bhajans in the background. The devotional songs that you hear are those that are ongoing throughout the world at different times, different days, and they're just ending here this Sunday morning in Connecticut. And we're very happy to share the various manifestations of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba with all of you on this day. And Baba does not ask anyone to worship him, but he says, come and investigate. And often these questions about these manifestations that occur, some people are skeptical. And Baba says, these are my calling cards. I give people what they ask for, so that they'll come to ask for what I've come to give. And that is his greatest manifestation or miracle, the way everyone's lives that meet him and that take a step towards him are transformed and changed. His message, his life, that is his message. Sai Ram.
This is Aarti. She's the last born of Ramesh, and she's a very, very devoted child to Sai Baba. And when the Vibhuti appeared on that picture above her, her first words were, "Oh my God, when I sleep there, Baba's going to throw Vibhuti on me." She's a very, very devoted child.
I believe you can really see the amrit coming from Swami's mouth on this close-up.
I would like to say something about this picture here. It's drawn by a little boy, Sanjay, and he's addressed it to Baba. He's written to Baba with love from Sanjay, and he's drawn Sai Gita as well. And it just came in a few minutes ago, and as you can see, it has sandalwood already on it, blessed. The picture is blessed. There's another one here I'd like to show you, which has no sandalwood on it. But I right now noticed that it has Om on it with Baba. It has Om with Baba on it. It's autographed.
Now, where would that have come from?
I don't know.
Was that there before?
No, I put it there.
And it did not have the Om on it?
No. I just, as I was taking this, I happened to glance there. Oh my. This is the first written sign of Baba in this house. Can you see Baba? Yes, and the Om is all over the picture.
This is the picture which was brought into the living room from the closet after being framed day on which we were doing Krishna's birthday celebrations. All the people were mentioning, well, there are a lot of people coming, and that's the reason we just filled up all the rooms with the pictures. Baba's omnipresence and Baba's love for devotees is very, very much obvious from what had happened to this picture. No sooner did the picture was placed on here, it was showered with the vibhuti up here this way. And the kumkum that you see on it was put on it by Baba yesterday. The small lotus feet picture was kept here by Sashi and Vasanta. The vibhuti started materializing on it. Just in the process was being brought from the closet and ready to be mounted, just on this corner. And a few minutes later, more vibhuti was materialized on it. These pictures here in the living room, 4 of these here, will give prime example how Baba has been fulfilling children's demands, so to say, or sometimes requests, but in this case it's demand. Here's Manoj, my youngest son, 6-year-old, and he made certain requests to Baba, and he's going to tell that story. Manoj, one afternoon, was Tuesday afternoon, what did you tell me when I was in the prayer room?
Daddy, what are you doing?
And what did I say?
You said that you were praying.
Yeah, and then what did you say?
Pray to Baba so
Speak loud.
pray to Baba so it'll come in the living room.
What will come in the living room?
Vibhuti on the 4 pictures.
And then what did Daddy tell you?
You said that pray yourself.
Okay, and then what did you do?
I prayed.
And then what happened after that?
Then it came in your room.
In my bedroom, Daddy's bedroom?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened to you? Did you see in the bedroom Vibhuti there?
Yes.
And then what did you say?
The next morning, Wednesday, it happened.
Oh, okay, but when it came in the bedroom in the afternoon, it didn't come in the living room, right?
Yes.
What did you say to Baba?
Baba, I told you to bring it in the living room.
Oh, you were sort of mad at Baba, weren't you? Okay, and then what happened next?
Then when Pop went to work, then he...
Be comfortable.
Okay, when Pop went to work, then what happened?
Then when he went to work,
The past is beyond recovery. Those days are gone. The future you are not sure of. The given moment is now. Do not delay in the path of right action. Come just one step forward. I shall take 100 towards you. Shed just one tear. I shall wipe 100 from your eyes. It is wrong to desist from the appropriate action, placing reliance upon destiny. If you do so, even destiny will slip out of your hands. Are you practicing brotherliness, tolerance, equanimity, charity, and compassion? These are the armors that guard the mind from the arrows of sorrow and pain.
This is another one of Baba's many leelas here, and as you can see in this picture, there are many splashes. The first one started from his heart, right here, and then as the days went by, they went on increasing. There are about 8 or 9 splashes here, and right below that picture is this one from the Novak Center, and you can see the sindoor on it. There's sindoor right over here, which appeared just this morning. Oh, sorry, kumkum. It's also called sindoor, by the way. Yeah, kumkum and sindoor is the same thing. Yeah, and another one is right here with the sindoor on his hair. This is also from the Novak Center. Right, the next picture here is fantastic. It's inside this cupboard, this china cupboard, and it has Baba's silver image there, and you can see the vibhuti on the wooden frame outside. it was with such a force, it was splashed with such a force that it has some on the sides of the cupboard, as you can see. There are some on each side. This picture here, you see, it's on the outside of the freezer. It has this Baba's picture here with his foot on a stool and vibhuti all over him. At the end of the picture, Baba says, "I love you."
Close the door now to the refrigerator. So you all have an idea of we're looking into the kitchen. Thank you.
Suresh, ye na karna.
These are the beautiful pictures that have been brought from the bedroom. It's another creation of Baba's Leela. This happened on the second day of the third day of the whole process, and the thing started on Sunday morning. Beautiful shot. This is the very favorite picture for me and very special for me. My first visit to India in '79 of February. It was just a day and a half visit, and on the second day, Baba came and autographed the picture for me. Yeah. Here's another Leela of Baba in the family room, where Baba is holding a lingam, and it's filled up all with vibhuti. This happened about third day of the whole process when it started, third day from Sunday.
What was happening just now in the other room?
Oh, in the other room right now, people have come running in. We got to go see it. There's one large picture in Reshma's room, one of the girls' room, and they say it's just filled up with so much of sandalwood powder that the whole carpet is filled up. Lord Krishna's and Arjuna's picture, as you can see, with Lord Krishna sitting on the chariot. This creation of vibhuti just happened day before Krishna Jayanti celebrations, and it has a small story behind it. Sunita had called Lola, one of the Sai Baba Center members from Norwalk, and she was talking to her, and Sunita was told, well, tomorrow is Krishna's birthday, and this is Krishna's gift to you. And as Lola uttered Krishna's birthday, at the same moment the vibhuti appeared on it. It was timing on telephone. One was saying Krishna, and Baba materialized vibhuti right up here. From what we have noticed over the last 7 days, it seems Baba, or it seems, obviously Baba has accepted this house to be his place of residence.
On the 4th of August, I had a dream, and in the dream I saw that I was in Baba Center in Norwalk, and I was singing a particular bhajan, Aana Hi Padega, and with my eyes closed. After I opened my eyes, there was vibhuti all over the pictures. That was my dream on the 4th of August. And
would you sing that bhajan for us right now, please?
I would. It goes like this. भक्तों ने है आज पुकारा, हमने पुकारा बाबा, सबने पुकारा, दे दो हमको सहारा, आना ही पड़ेगा बाबा, आना ही पड़ेगा, आना ही पड़ेगा। शिरडी से आओ चाहे पड़ती से आओ, मथुरा से आओ या अयोध्या से आओ, मक्का से आओ या मदीना से आओ, ओ मेरे मौला, ओ मेरे साईं, तुम कहीं से भी आओ, आना ही पड़ेगा बाबा, आना ही पड़ेगा, आना ही पड़ेगा, आना ही पड़ेगा। This bhajan, I will translate it into English. It means the first line, Aana hi padega, Bhakton ne hai aaj pukara, is devotees are calling upon you, Baba. The second line is Humne pukara Baba, sabne pukara. I have called upon you, everyone else is calling upon you. Anna hi padega Baba, anna hi padega. You have to come, you've just got to come. It doesn't matter whether you come from Shirdi or from Parthi. You may come from Mathura or you may come from Ayodhya. You may be from Mecca or Medina. And the last line says, we don't care where you come from, but as long as you come, you must come, Baba. And we are calling out to Baba to come to us.
So beautiful.
Yes. And in my dream, I sang this bhajan and Vibhuti appeared in the Baba Center. This was on the 4th August. On the 8th August, which was Sunday, and every Sunday we go for bhajans to the Baba Center in Norwalk. In the morning, Ramesh came here for meditation, as he always does. And he's found in the room, in Baba's room. He noticed that there was vibhuti on this statue of Shirdi Sai Baba. It has vibhuti all over it, underneath it. And he came out and he asked us, have you noticed this? And we all said no, so we all rushed to the room. The next thing my brother noticed was up here on this picture. He said, my God, Baba's crying. And we saw 2 streaks of tears. And we tasted the drops at the end. It was nectar, amrit. And we were all, we were speechless. We didn't know what to say. And then after 5 minutes, we noticed on this down picture, there was amrit from the mouth. Like that. And it was so much, it was flowing. I suggested to Ramesh that we should maybe put a plate underneath it to catch the amrit. And we did. We got a spoonful in the beginning, but later on it got to be maybe half a cup of amrit in there, which people had as prasad.
Let me come close on that picture.
This one.
Let's see if we can capture the trails that are making.
Yeah. The vibhuti and the kumkum came later on. It came later on. The kumkum appeared just yesterday afternoon.
We might mention that the kumkum on the forehead was not a manifestation.
Yes, this was put on. This is put on every picture.
Yes, the kumkum.
Yes.
With the exception of the picture we just saw.
Yeah, that was a natural
happening.
Yes.
But the kumkum that we see here,
this one
has occurred just within a day. Was that today or within?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Very fine.
This Shirdi Baba statue was brought in by a non-devotee. She didn't believe in any of these happenings going on, so she came and she brought this statue here. And she said, I told her that you may get vibhuti on it. You put it in a plate. And she said, oh, I don't want vibhuti, Baba. I want sindoor and I want sandalwood. And this morning when we got up, you can see he's covered with it.
And how many other objects today have sandalwood?
They have a lot of pictures here. Should we start from here?
Yes.
Yeah. They have, most of these occurred today, some of them yesterday, but they all have sandalwood on them.
I'm just on that first picture, I'm coming in close and I'm focusing on the sandalwood.
It's all down here. There. These are all pictures brought in by devotees, just to be blessed. He hasn't left anyone out. He has pleased every child who brought any picture to him. Here, here.
Of course, we see pictures full of vibhuti as well.
Yes.
Vibhuti, sandalwood, kumkum, amrita.
All the
All
pictures.
spontaneously occurring on pictures throughout this puja.
This picture of Christ has had one drop of amrit on it, which was taken by a devotee who came and was tasted by him. And I said, oh, but that belongs to Craig. Craig is the president of our Norwalk Center. And I said, why did you take that drop? It was meant for Craig. But right after I said that, you can see several drops on it.
Yes.
And sindoor as well. And all these pictures have vibhuti on them. All over.
And that picture on the top there was one with a jar.
This was one picture we didn't expect vibhuti on, because they were saying, why hasn't this picture got anything? And I said, how can it get anything when there's vibhuti all over the picture already inside? But no, Baba didn't omit that. Picture you see vibhuti and kumkum. This appeared in the early hours of the morning, which was Krishna's birthday, Janmashtami we call it. And you can see the kumkum on it.
Is that vibhuti?
Yes, vibhuti splashed all over and kumkum there.
Look at the vibhuti on the statue, how much it is on it.
Yeah, and this is Shiva. Shiva had the vibhuti on his chest first and his face.
Right.
And the next day, it was like a shower coming from his hair. I don't know where it's coming from. It's like sprinkled on him. That's sandalwood.
Yes, I see.
You want me to show the rose first?
Yes, let's look at the rose first in your hand. And Mona, would you tell us the story of the rose?
Yeah. On Krishna's... And in this pot, we have coconut water, which we distributed as jal. And there was nothing in it but tulsi leaves, you know. And after I was the one giving out the jal to people. And as the jal reached halfway through, I had to tilt the kettle a bit. As I tilted, I felt an object moving in. So I said, my God, there's something in there. But I had to wait till I had finished giving everybody everything. And when I finished, I tried to use a spoon, it wouldn't come out. So I put my hand in, I was so excited, I wanted to get it out. And this is what I got. This red rose, it's a pin you can put on your dress. It's a brooch. It came right out of the blue from the gel.
Now we know what the origin of right out of the blue is.
That's very
In
good.
reference to Krishna.
Isn't that something?
Little
Yes.
play on words.
Beautiful, no? Right.
Right.
Okay?
That's lovely to be.
Have you
Yeah.
been in? Oh, come in. Let me come out and let you come in. There's so much to see that you can spend 10 hours on.
It did. I looked at it and it moved.
Yes, it just moved when you look at it. Should we go in the cradle?
Yes, we can. Now we're looking.
It moved.
Yes.
There is a window that's open too, I must add.
That is
What?
true.
What?
I'm just saying there is a window open too.
What window?
There's a little breeze as well.
That is
No, but it does move when you look at it.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah. You see?
I don't think the breeze would do that.
No, it
In
rocks.
In fact, the minute you said that, it began to move so fast.
Yes, to just prove what I said. That's exactly what. That's perfect. Would you tell us about the?
Yes, this is the cradle we made for his birthday, and we got this photograph of Krishna being just born, and we put it inside there. And 5 minutes after, there were showers of sandalwood in it. The whole cradle is full of sandalwood.
We're getting.
And one thing about this cradle is, the minute anybody looks at it, it starts to rock. Not swing, but rock, you know, like that.
Like that.
Exactly like that. It's rocking. See how it's rocking? Like you're putting a baby to sleep. This is Baba's chair. And this picture was given to me by Ramesh. And I said, okay, the best place to place it is a chair. And I put it here. And a few seconds later, there was vibhuti all over it. Plus, there was sandalwood and vibhuti on the chair. And some wrinkles as if someone has sat on it. Can you see the wrinkles?
just beginning to. I think we can.
You can?
Yes, I think we can see the wrinkles.
Yes.
Just
And
focusing in on those.
yeah. The next day, morning, we came down. That was again Krishna's birthday.
What date was that? 14th?
I think so, 14th. Ramesh came to the room in the morning, and the first thing he notices is these footprints. As if he has sprinkled vibhuti here, sandalwood here, pressed his foot on it. And this picture right here, as you can see, it has to be lifted for the footprints to be on. So it looked like Baba had lifted this picture, made space for his prints, put the prints there, and put the picture right back. There was a flower here, which he picked up and put on the Gita.
Which he put where?
On the Bhagavad Gita.
On the Bhagavad Gita, which is over.
Which is
towards
just
left.
right here. Right here. The flower was here.
The Bhagavad Gita is covered with this lace at the present time, which has pictures of home.
And these pictures belong to Jack, which he brought in yesterday, and they were within a few seconds, I should say, sprinkled with sandalwood powder. He also has a picture here. Can you see that? No?
I don't think we can catch that picture. It's full of sandalwood.
I don't want to move it. It's full of sandalwood too.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll get an overall view then of
Yeah,
the...
overall view. Right on top of the chair is also Guru Nanak's picture, which has vibhuti on it also.
In the... Beautiful picture.
Above the Shiva statue, we have Ganesh. He is also splashed all over with vibhuti. As you can see, can you come here? Right next to the Shiva statue, we have this beautiful picture of Baba. It's so lovely, and it belongs to the, I don't know how to pronounce that word, Skeptic Sea, I don't know where the place is, the center.
The kids.
Oh, yeah. It belongs to their center, and it has sindoor over it, but this is slippery, so most of the sindoor, kumkum I should say, we call it sindoor too, slipped to the ground, which I collected. And
Interesting effect. These are just lights reflected in this room. It's as though beams of light are coming off this room.
Let me take some of the pictures out from here.
Actually, right here we have the Sarva Dharma picture. As you can see, is also splashed with vibhuti there. And next to it, just on the wall, is this wooden frame with Om on it. That has also got vibhuti. It looked like Baba splashed it so hard, some went on the wall. We're going further. And right here,
I like that poster on the wall, which...
Where there is faith, there is love. Where there is love, there is peace. Where there is peace, there is God. Where there is God, there is no need.
that's Reshma, Ramesh's daughter,
thank
speaking. We go to the wall here. This picture of Sai Baba has vibhuti on it, but I must tell you that if you watch the eyes closely, it's just like it's brimming with tears. His eyes are brimming with tears. I and Reshma were talking about it, and we expected amrit from his eyes, but we got vibhuti coming just as if it's from his mouth, you see. And right here we have Shirdi Baba, which has also got vibhuti smeared on him. This picture we see here, I should say this folder here, was brought in yesterday by Jack, and he gave it to me and I placed it here because this space was empty. And as you can see on it, he went to have dinner, he was at the table, and I just came in, happened to come in, and I called him, he came running. We have sindoor all over here. It just looks like it's coming from Baba's hand.
Kumkum.
The kumkum, see? And we have a blotch of kumkum right on Jack's mouth. Now what does that mean? You talk too much?
Yes.
This picture was autographed by Baba for Jack.
Picture of Shirdi Baba and Sai Baba and myself was just signed. It was taken in '78, and during my last trip in '82, Baba autographed it, and I finally framed it and brought it here. And I was guided to bring that today, and it's the one that it seems that kumkum appeared instantly on that. And the interpretation of all the kumkum on my mouth and all over the picture and all over Shirdi, I actually leave to your own imagination as to why it was there. Now, would you tell us about the dream that you had, again, of the vibhuti
Yeah,
storm?
I had this dream while I was having my afternoon nap, and there was no form, there was nobody in the dream, but the sound of wind in the windows, and the howling sound of wind, if you know what I mean, in the storm. And all I could see was vibhuti flying here and there. It was like a storm of vibhuti was coming. And right that afternoon, the storm really did occur here because all the pictures were being splashed in the house with vibhuti. It was like my dream come true.
I think the greatest storm that we witnessed, somebody shouted, Sai Ram, and they started running back into the prayer room down here, and there was vibhuti in one of the pictures, right? I think it started with the vibhuti on the main
On the
picture.
Om.
On the Om, right here.
Yes.
Okay, after that, it was a splash of sort of 8, we counted 8 at one time. We could see they just went back, it just happened split second. Only thing we could notice was this one up here on Shirdi Sai Baba is where my eye felt on. I could see the vibhuti just coming out from the space here in the atmosphere and just going this way in a waveform and just sticking on the picture. I mean, of all these so many pictures on which we've seen vibhuti and kumkum and sandalwood, this is the only one we could see, at least I could see, I think, when in the process of being splitted over the Bhabhi did, my wife did it too, Sunita did that too. But that was the one we could see in a split second, back to back, picture after picture was getting splash of vibhutis on it. But that evening, as Veena said, vibhutis was coming on pictures. You can say at intervals of 10-15 minutes, it'll come here and all the children will run in one corner of the house and make noise and joy and won't believe what's happening. And then they will run another corner of the house because Baba will chase them one place, show them the miracle, and then go other part of the house. To the extent it was coming so often that children kind of derived that Baba strikes twice. When he does it one picture, he hits somewhere else, he is hidden somewhere else, and they go all around the house and find where was the second strike. I mean, they experimented 2 times, 3 times. Yes, it did happen twice. Whenever he did it, he did 2 pictures back to back. But then he would just change his strategy. He'll be back to 3 strikes and be back to 1 strike. And we said, you just cannot question the divine. He's just playing Leela. He's just playing games, just like Bal Leelas Krishna used to play. He's just playing with children, playing with the visitors in the house, and it was just fantastic. Several times on that same evening, vibhutis started coming. Visitors would come in the house. They're sitting up there. We're just talking to them. All of a sudden, vibhuti will appear in some part of the house, and they'll also run it. It's sort of a special gift to each special person. It was also by Wednesday, message had spread around quite a bit. So more so to non-devotees than devotees by Wednesday. That is prior to Janmashtami, which was Thursday. And more non-devotees were coming, and that's why we were seeing the frequency or appearance of vibhutis on the picture was lot faster, and more non-devotees were there. Of course, since Wednesday night and Thursday, people have been coming from all centers in Connecticut and New York and upstate New York. And since then, of course, each center, people have been bringing their pictures and they're getting the vibhutis blessed.
I want to share with you while you're talking, Ramesh.
Yeah.
that I'm now looking at a picture in the middle. Okay. In the middle of the screen. And on the video screen, the face of Baba, it looks as though he's wearing glasses.
Is
that the one?
As though it's your picture. No, I'm talking about the big picture.
This one?
On the screen here, it looks like you are Ramesh. Ramesh is Baba, and Baba is you.
Is that right?
The picture, it looks like Baba.
We'll see later.
His mustache is there, and everything is there. You'll have to see this on the screen. I used to, in 1976, during my first visit, when I took this picture, I was asking Baba inwardly, when will I get an interview? And I had a full beard at that time.
Yes.
And when I looked, when this picture was developed, and I'll show you a picture sometime of it, when the picture was developed, it was not Baba's face, but it was mine. It was mine, and I was without a beard. I only had a mustache, and the camera that should have been in front of my eye was over on my right shoulder. Now this is in '76. I had no idea that I would be videotaping Sai Baba at that time. I came back in '78 with only a mustache, without a beard, and with a video camera on my right shoulder, not getting the connection till later on.
Yes, right, yeah.
And that was when I got my first interview with Swami, was in '78. But you were seeing this from behind the camera.
Do you want to comment what you saw?
Would you please comment, because you're right here.
Yeah.
I can hardly believe what I'm seeing, because it does not look like Baba's face. Not only that, in the picture, Baba is looking down at his hands. I'm looking at the picture now. But in the video screen, he is not looking down at his hands. He is looking up.
Wow.
He is looking up almost at me from the position I'm in. And the glasses, well, it's difficult to see, are pretty much in the shape of your glasses. And it looks like your face.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Jack, what we're going to discuss now, a brief first Leela experienced by a non-devotee who had come on Sunday evening, and there was a first bhajan session after the miracles happened Sunday morning, appearance of Amrut and small Kanta Vibhuti and Shirdi Sai picture. That evening we decided to do bhajans, and beautiful miracle happened, and that will be narrated by my wife on my right, Sunita, and Jaya Himrajani, who was the recipient of the miracle. So I'll just hand over to them and let them describe.
Sunday evening after the kirtan, I made some prasad made out of cream of wheat. I offered half to the Lord in the prayer room, and I saved half of it in my kitchen, and pan was covered. When we finished all the prayers, I went to the kitchen and I opened the pan, and Sai Ram, my pan was full of vibhuti. And Jaya was standing next to me, and Jaya said, Sai Ram, today I seen Baba with my own eyes.
But Jaya did have some doubts and some things were going in her mind during the prayer session. I think she can vouch for that and tell what was going on.
Yeah, when they were doing prayer, I was thinking that if God is there, He will show me now that He is really there. So when I saw Vibhuti, I believed in God.
Friday evening, she kept the statue and she left. When she left, she had only one thing in her mind, that I should get sandalwood and little bit of kumkum. And
could you tell why didn't you want Vibhuti, Jaya?
No, I said Vibhuti is coming all over. I have seen Vibhuti in my prasad, so I wanted only this sandalwood and little bit kumkum, not more.
Was that your prayer?
Yeah, that was, if God will wanted to bless me, He will give me only kumkum and chandan wood, nothing else. I am amazed. He gave me wherever I expected the kumkum, He has given the kumkum.
And it is surprising, Jack, what has happened on the night on which she has got kumkum and sandalwood. All the other pictures from Manhattan Center and Brooklyn Center, people who kept their pictures, they all got sandalwood. Jaya was the only recipient that night to receive kumkum and sandalwood as she had requested.
No. Yeah. Tell us about the prasad.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something about prasad here. Of course, over the last few days, prasads have been blessed.
What is prasad?
Prasad is an offering to God before you start doing the prayers. And then after the prayers, that prasad is shared among all the people participating in the prayer meeting. This morning, several devotees from Hartford area visited here, and they were very much moved about by seeing all these miracles. They said, can we do some bhajans? We said, feel free. And they sang 15-20 minutes bhajans, and Sunita, while they were singing bhajans, I believe Sunita was making the prasad, and she brought it and offered it to the Lord. And after they finished the puja, bhajan sessions, and they did the arti, prasad was open, and lo and behold, see what they found inside the prasad. Right there is a handful of sandalwood powder, as a special blessings to these devotees who came from Hartford area, as of a recognition from Baba, saying, well, I knew that you were here, I listened to your bhajans.
I'd like to introduce here my brother Suresh Wadhwani, who was a total skeptic. He's right here with me, and he never used to believe in Baba. And when all these things started happening here, he believed in his own guru, who is Sarvanand. And he took a picture of his guru and kept it under Baba's chair here behind me. And he went to office. He didn't tell anyone about it. When he came back, he went straight for the picture and he looked at it, and there was nothing on it. And he said, I knew it. Put it there. And he went put it in the bedroom. He said, oh, I know nothing's going to come on it. And I think you spoke sarcastically and said, if you're God, come and show me, right?
Well, something similar to that.
Yeah. And what happened, I would like you to say.
Well, 30 minutes later, I see this kids come screaming up to me saying, the picture's full of vibhuti, and I still wasn't convinced. I put another picture there in the room, and 15 minutes later, the kids come screaming again. I was performing an experiment, physical experiments. I put up a third picture, and an hour later it comes. My final thing, yesterday I put this small picture there.
Right here.
That one there. And this morning, it's filled with sandalwood. I've seen these things happening for 3 years now, and I've always tried to find explanations for it. And I've even accused her of being the one who's been putting it on all the pictures.
He used to say, I am the one who put it on.
I try and find excuses and explanations. Well, I wouldn't go straight ahead and say I'm a complete believer, but I've at least stopped seeking explanations for these miracles. Allah Malik.
You can see? This is a picture from one of the centers. It was just brought in. I don't know which center it is from, but the people who brought it were so disappointed that there was nothing on it and they were going to leave. Just before they left, they had sandalwood on their wedding rings, and then they decided to leave the picture here. Well, that's the picture right there, and there's amrit flowing from the mouth, which has just a few seconds ago started dripping. It goes right down Baba's robe, I think up to his knees, or wherever the picture ends.
You can only catch it on the chin. You can see it from the middle of his chin.
Oh yeah. You can't see down the rope?
You can't see the lights.
Oh. The room we are in now is Arti's room. Arti is Ramesh's youngest daughter, and she's his last daughter. And she has this picture of Baba right above where she sleeps. And this picture was the first in this house after the Amrit and the Vibhuti on the Shirdi Baba statue. Out of the pictures, this was the first one that had Vibhuti on. At first, it was just a splash there. You can notice the two different shades of Vibhuti. One is a lighter shade and one is a darker shade. The lighter shade came on first. And yesterday morning, it had these other shades of Vibhuti in a darker shade all over his face, his hands, his knees, his legs. And there's a picture of Shirdi Baba behind him, which is also covered in Vibhuti.
It's an interesting thing that we see as we go from room to room. I'm sure questions come up, well, what if somebody is just throwing Vibhuti in the pictures? An interesting thing to see if you would happen to be here is that there is very little Vibhuti anywhere below the picture. It merely seems to be on the picture itself. Now, if anybody has handled this ash and you try to throw it against something without anything bouncing off and spilling, it's an interesting task.
It means the first line, Ana hi parega, Bhakto ne hai aaj pukara, is devotees are calling upon you, Baba. The second line is Humne pukara Baba, sabne pukara. I have called upon you, everyone else is calling upon you. Ana hi parega Baba, ana hi parega.